Well, a very good afternoon to you, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Thanks very much indeed for joining us here again on twitch.tv/TimsAPilot and Jetstream TV on YouTube. I am going to figure out how to stream live to both platforms very, very soon. But for the time being, it's just live on Twitch TV, screen recording on my phone, so I can upload the content and the video to YouTube. So, without further ado, just fixing my microphone here. Okay, so today's flight, it's coming up to dusk. Current local time is 16:38. We're on the ground at Brussels National in Brussels, and we are going over to Southampton International at Southampton, UK. Very, very quick rundown on the flight route today. So you'll see we are on the ground, cold and dark, at ramp 128. Very short taxi to 07 left. We are flying a Civ 2 Romeo departure from 07 left, which will take us out of Brussels, and then we make a left turn on a westerly track, to Grimbergen, and then heading southwest on our departure to Civ. So that's our departure, the Civ 2 Romeo down to Civ, and then due west track, taking us out over the English Channel at Etaples, if that's how you if that's how you say it, to Eldax, Notgi, Evexu, Given, Rodmu, Mivla, and then an Arnav 02 arrival, which is the Elder 1 Sierra. Where's Elder? The beginning of our arrival should be there. Yeah. Excellent. So there it is, pretty straightforward. As you can see, it's just about to go dark. All of the city lights and everything else is about to turn on. So it should make for a lovely arrival into Southampton, just circling past Portsmouth. We should see the Spinnaker Tower on the arrival in Portsmouth Bay, Portsmouth Harbour. I used to work there, beautiful part of the world. Tell you more about that as we get closer to our destination. And today we're in the Ryanair Boeing 737 MAX. Call sign today, Ryanair 071 Charlie Lima. Okay, without further ado, let's get cracking. As always, I'll give you the inf. The 737 MAX was grounded worldwide from March 2019 to November 2020. The 737 MAX is a short to medium range twin-jet narrow-body airliner. Initial model was the 737-100. It was launched in February 1965. Wow, that is how long the 737 has been around. One of my favourite aircraft, to be honest with you. Okay, here we are, ladies and gents, at Brussels National. Sun coming down quite low in the sky. This should be perfect and a really, really beautiful conditions for flying. Look at the lovely blue skies we've got ahead. All around us. Absolutely perfect. We are going to require a pushback here today. Right, first of all, let's get ready to fly. Don't know why that's moving about on its own like that. Really annoys me, stuff like this. Right, that's calmed it down. That's good. Right, have I set the views up on this? Yes, I have. Thank God. Nose cam, cockpit, left wing, right wing, left wing, right wing, gear, nose cam, and direct back. Excellent stuff. So, first of all, let's get some power on. Let's get the landing lights on. Taxi lights on. Logo lights, strobe lights, nav lights, beacon lights, wing lights. Dome light off for the moment. Right, okay, so this should, I think the FMC is automatically populated on this aircraft, so if we just zoom out on the ND range, that should give us our track. Oh no, what am I doing? Wrong one. There we go. Okay. Yeah, there's our route, so we're... Why is that not showing? I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll just... How do you switch these over now? There we go. Get the bit bigger view, and then we'll there we go. There's our flight plan. At least we can see where we're going now. Excellent stuff. Right, okay, all configured. Initially we'll climb out to 10,000 feet. Cruise altitude today is 38,000, and we'll increase our speed. Go to 265. We will arm the auto throttle and flight directors. VS mode, we want 2,500 feet per minute on the climb out. Just double check that outside the aircraft. Yeah, we have engines spinning. Let's get some flaps in for departure. Flaps 1. Flaps 2. That should do us for departure. Just check the air brakes and the ailerons left hand side. Well, that's fine, all good. Excellent. Let's check the external camera view. Okay, let's okay, we'll get ourselves pushed back, speak to ground control, ground services, thank you very much, and we are looking for pushback, and we want to steer to the left. Be locked into place now, and parking brake off. Bear with me 2 minutes, let me go back to the cockpit view, because unless you do that it won't allow me to take off the parking brake. Parking brake released, back to showcase cam. There we go. There's our push. Get away from all of this traffic. We're pointing the wrong way, we need to be heading that way, but we can spin it round, there's no problem at all. No vehicles around us. Okay, we'll stop the push there. In fact, no, he's actually going to keep pushing us round, so that'll be easier for our departure. Request pushback stop. And off he goes. Okay, ready to go. Reset that camera view. And we'll go back to the cockpit and we are ready for departure, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, so I tell you what we will do, we'll get rid of these controls because they're just annoying and they get in the way, to be fair. Look at it just shaking like a shitting dog, pardon my French. Okay, they're gone. That makes things a little bit easier. Right then, let's make our way to the active runway. Alpha 7. It's going to make for a beautiful arrival into Southampton, this. We'll tinker with the brightness and the how low the sun is in the sky once we're up in the cruise, just so that we can get a really, really lush arrival into Southampton. Why is there a vehicle on the end of the runway? .07 left. Right, just check right. Clear on the arrival. I'm just going to have to drive over you, van. Awfully sorry about this, but what a stupid place to park. Let's go round him. Hopefully the wing will clear. Oh, well done. Now he's decided to move. Incredible. Incredible. Let's get lined up. Okay, ready to go. Ryanair 071 Charlie Lima, departing 07 left.
B1.
B1. Rotate just through V2 as we depart Brussels National. Positive rate, gears coming up. Okay, so there's our track. Could manually hand fly the aircraft for a couple of minutes before we put the autopilot in. Currently at 3,400 feet, 220 knots, climbing nicely. And we'll get the autopilot in now. Autopilot's going in. Autopilot is in. VS. Is that on? Why is it not on? Still climbing anyway, that's the main thing. Just going to throttle back. Let's get them flaps up. Back to the cockpit. We want LNAV. That should turn us left for our track for the departure today. Speed on. Okay, all is looking good. As we depart Brussels. Okay, so 296 on the speed, coming up to 9,000 feet now. We'll head up to the cruising altitude of 38,000 feet, we'll just get up there. .38,000 feet set and running. Vertical speed is set. Tell you what we'll do, we'll just go on, click on VS. That should take us up to 3,000 feet per minute. Is that actually doing anything? Yeah, it's taking us up now. Let's just... yeah, that's more like it. It's actually doing something now. Okay. Yeah, that's definitely making us climb. Just increase the speed now. As we're past 10,000 feet, we'll come up to 310 knots. Let's get some beef behind us as we head out. Beautiful views of the sun there. Is that Brussels that we're passing? Let's just check the map quickly. Yes, that's where we've just departed. And our right turn now to pick up the waypoint. With the sun glistening on the nose of the Boeing 737 MAX. Heading more or less directly into the sunset. Probably about 30 minutes or so before the sun actually sets, so it should be dark for our arrival into Southampton, but we should get some very lovely colours. Very little weather, we've got some clouds on the horizon there, but yeah, all should be very, very nice for the flight today. There is Brussels National down below us. .000 feet for flight level 380. So we are coming up on Charlie India Victor, 26 nautical miles inbound. That's our next waypoint. Let's just zoom out on the ND range there for a second. Charlie India Victor, and then we'll be taking a right hand turn to LDAX. 24 nautical miles inbound, current ground speed of 386 miles per hour with a slight headwind of 8 knots at 187. 17,000 for 380 now. Well, as we're climbing up through the levels, we can go and have a little look. Very little to see here, although it's absolutely beautiful with that sunset going off on the right hand side. Making a right turn to LDAX very shortly, which again should be directly to the sunset. So we'll wait for our right turn to LDAX. Then we'll leave the cockpit, have a walk around the aircraft as we do, the Boeing 737 MAX. Let's see what the interior modelling has got to offer us. There might not be anything there, we'll soon see. I've only flown this aircraft a couple of times, so please bear with me. I'd like to thank you all once again for watching the live stream here at twitch.tv/TimsAPilot, and of course for following our escapades on our YouTube channel. Please search, give us a subscribe, a like, and it's always great to read your comments and get your feedback on the channel. That is Jetstream TV on YouTube. If you're searching for it, be sure to put Jetstream TV and then channel, and that will bring it up straight away. You can't miss it. Right turn to LDAX any minute now. Let's just oh, I've just knocked that camera view I have, haven't I? I'll be doing that. So what we'll do, we'll go there and we'll go back there. Boom. Fixes the camera view. LDAX. Ten nautical miles inbound for the right hand turn for LDAX, so currently at 22,000 feet. 9 nautical miles inbound, Charlie India Victor. $23,000 feet with flight level 380 in the box, as you can see. For some reason when we're in VS mode on this aircraft, it's saying it's off, but it's not, because it's clearly working, and the light doesn't illuminate on that top panel. Very strange. Again, I don't know why. We can see we've got autopilot command 1 is again. Does it say off to switch off? Yeah, it will do, won't it? Obviously. All I'd think is if it was selected, it would show that it's on, and then if you clicked it again, it should show that it's off. That makes more logical sense to me. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comments on that one, because it's a bit of a 50-50 thing, to be honest with you. 310 knots right now. Auto throttle is engaged. Flight director is on. We're in LNAV mode, and there's our right turn to LDAX. Oh, it's going to be a beautiful, beautiful sunset on the way into Southampton. This very nice indeed. Okay, so let's check the map, see how we're getting on. Yeah, following the track. Just been past Chivres AB. Have a little look out. Some slight adjustments there on the flight. And you can just see off in the distance, so we can zoom in quickly. That's the English Channel. Detail on the sun. Great shimmering there, fantastic. So, we'll be crossing the channel very shortly. Let's just go into our map view. Yeah, we've got an airport coming up that we can fasten straight over the top of. Lesquin, Lille. Okay. 4 runways. We'll keep our eyes peeled for that as we're flying past. There isn't much in the change of the route actually on this segment of the flight now as we depart. As we hit LDAX, we'll be making a very, very slight northwesterly turn up to Nodgey, and then that should bring us in nicely, hugging the south coast of the UK with Portsmouth, Gunwharf, Keys, a little place called Gosport where I used to live, past Southampton, and then make past the Isle of Wight, sorry, and then making a right hand northerly turn up for the runway for 02, the RNAV for 02. That's 150 nautical miles away. That shouldn't take us too long at all. I think we're going to start our descent somewhere just prior to LDAX, to be honest with you. So let's see how we're doing altitude wise as we come over the English Channel, and we'll figure out our descent path from there on in. Let's just check how we're doing now on the cruise. 35,000 feet right now, so we'll be at 380 well before we cross over the English Channel. We'll maintain 380 to just prior to reaching LDAX. Still 93 nautical miles away from that. Current time now is 19 minutes past 4 PM in the afternoon, with a very subtle crosswind coming from right to left of 2 knots at 015. Ground speed 437 miles per hour. 36,500, almost at our cruise altitude now. We should get some kind of noise in the cockpit to let us know that we are at our assigned altitude. $37,300. Any minute now we should get the tone. Just check the FMC quickly. Check our legs page, LDAX there. It's saying 29,500 feet there, not 38,000. Very weird. So the descent must start earlier then. But I'll tell you what we'll do, we'll follow these, because that makes a lot of sense actually looking at that. LDAX 29,500, Notgi 15,800, Ebexu 12,950. We're currently at 380, you can hear the throttles throttling back now. And Gibbon needs to be 9,000 and Rodmo 7,050. That's 232 nautical miles away currently. So it's saying we need to be at LDAX for 29,500. So what we'll do is initially we'll just begin as we're in the cruise and we are coming up to the English Channel, leaving the coast of Europe behind with 78 nautical miles inbound. We will now begin a very, very subtle managed descent down to 29,000 on reaching Eldags. So coming down 29,500 feet in the box, and we will bring our vertical speed we will just come down ever so slightly at around about 1500 feet per minute should do us. Yeah, that's our descent beginning nicely there now. 73 nautical miles inbound Eldax. Actually we'll come down at 1200 feet per minute. Now it's interesting on the PFD on this aircraft, it doesn't give you the green arc as it does in the Boeing 737-600 by PMDG to see where you're actually going to arrive at your altitude. So we're just going to have to guesstimate this, unless there's something I've not switched on in the PFD to show where our altitude is with it selected. Hit me up in the comments, let me know if you could. Just familiarising myself with this aircraft, so any help would be much appreciated. There we are in the cruise now, descending slightly from 38,000 down to 29,050 feet. Increase the MD range there a little bit. Okay, so you can see Eldax there, 62 nautical miles away. 35,000 feet now, descending to 29,000. We should be 29,000 on reaching Eldax with what we've got configured for the descent profile. Things are looking very nice indeed. We'll just quick toilet break and then we'll have a look around the aircraft. And let's just sit with our nose view as we come out across the English Channel. I'll be right back, ladies and gents. Well, thank you for being patient as we're about to cross over onto the English Channel now. Look at all of the, I love the patterns that they've done here, how they've done that on the ocean. The sun now glistening as the sun goes lower and lower on the horizon. Absolutely stunning, really, really is. What a beautiful, beautiful simulator. Okay, so we'll just check how we're doing now for LDAX. 32,000 feet, LDAX 42 nautical miles away. We can come down a little bit slower than that. We need to be at 29,000. Just reduce our rate of descent to around about 750 feet per minute now. That should bring us in at LDAX around 29,000, perfect. And there we are, coming out over the English Channel. We're 37 minutes into the stream. Thank you very much indeed for joining us here at Jetstream TV and twitch.tv/Tim's a Pilot. I'm your captain of today's flight. My name is Tim Adams. Thank you so much indeed for joining us and your support and everything. It is just so much appreciated. Still not got the greatest following on the channel. It's relatively new. We've only posted over 100 videos or so, but I've been posting streams very regularly over the last number of weeks or so, and it is slowly beginning to gather momentum. We've got a few definite regulars that watch on Twitch now, which is great. I'm sharing this content in some of the flight simulator groups on Facebook as well. You may have sent the link, but yeah, anything at all that you could do to help, just so that I'm looking at getting more viewers and people to actually appreciate and enjoy the content that I'm creating. It would be really appreciated if you could just share it, and if your aviation friends that have into their aviation and in particular Flight Simulator, if you could maybe share a link to one of the videos or the channel itself and put your friends onto it. Obviously it all helps, and that would be really appreciated, so thank you very much indeed if you've already done that. And if not, if you were about to, it is very kind, thank you. Okay, so out over the English Channel now. Steaming towards the UK in this lovely Ryanair 737 MAX. Right, while we are here, chilling, descending to 29,000. And we are just on reaching 30,000 feet now, with LDAX 20 nautical miles away. So just before we make our subtle right turn to LDAX, let's go and have a walk around the cockpit. So let's have a look in the cockpit. Oh, easy Tiger, don't want to be doing that. Wow, okay. Helps if you press the shoulder button first before you move around, doesn't it, Tim? Okay, so, oh, is that the cockpit door open? Who's left that open? That's very strange, isn't it? I've not seen that before. Very weird indeed. What's going on with that? I thought there was passengers back there and everything. No, can't do anything about that. There's collision detection on that. It's not letting me go any further. That's weird. Isn't that interesting? I'll tell you what we can do. We can go to one of the exterior shots. There's our left turn at LDAX. Yeah. Very subtle turn coming up for LDAX any minute now. just double check that the autopilot's still in. Yeah, it's command 8, that's fine. Right, we'll go and sit back down in our seat then, so we know exactly what we're doing. And what we'll do now is go back to this and then see if we can pop inside the aircraft. Yeah, we can. Well, that's rather psychedelic, wouldn't you say? Very, very trippy. Yeah, we won't bother with that view. Okay, I do believe that's our right turn to LDAX. Okay, so let's check the FMC again very quickly now, so we can see where we need to be by our next waypoint. Heading direct at Notgi now, 38 nautical miles inbound. Notgi, 15,800, we'll continue our descent. $15,800. Let's turn the VS mode on again. We need to be coming down probably a couple of thousand feet per minute to get to 15,000 by Notgi. I'd probably say 2,500 feet per minute. Double check that on the FMC. 15.8 by Notgi, and then Avexu 12,000, so 13,000 feet by Avexu. Okay, that's good, that's fine. Just need to check on this descent path. We've got some weather over Southampton by the looks of things, and you can just see it clinging to the coastline of the UK off to the right hand side now. Lovely clear skies over Europe. As soon as we get to the UK, cloud. Typical, absolutely typical. 44 minutes into the stream now. Thank you so much indeed for joining us here at Jetstream TV. The wonderful sunset about to kick in and the sun glistening on the English Channel beneath us. Let's just check on the map, see how we're doing. There we are now, heading direct to the Isle of Wight, to Notgi. Should be 18,000 feet on reaching, and we're really not far away at all now. We're probably about 100 nautical miles inbound Southampton. No, 50. Yeah, just shy of 100 miles, I would say. That's fine. That's 24,000 feet. 18 nautical miles inbound, Notgi. We need to come down a bit more than that. I'm going to bring it down at 3,500 feet per minute, see how that does. That should, in fact we'll make it 4,000 feet per minute on the descent. Just make sure we actually get down to 18,000 for Notgi. 15.6 nautical miles inbound, we've got a ground speed of 441 miles per hour right now. Crosswind from left to right, 09 knots, yeah, 10 knots at 212. Let's just zoom in on the ND range there. Okay, Notgi, Avexu. Just check on the FMC where we, what flight level we need to be at for Avexu. Avexu we need to be at 13,000. By Given we need to be at 9,000, so we'll focus on that one. We'll continue our descent. In fact, we'll put 9,000 in now, and then we'll manage that descent through to 9,000 on reaching for that waypoint. 9,000 is set and running, descending at 4,000 feet per minute, and by the time we get to Given, which isn't far away at all, we need to be at 9,000. So I think this descent profile is working well for us. You can just see off to the right hand side now is the coastline, the south coast of the UK and the Isle of Wight. Yeah, the wind farms beneath us in the English Channel. A little bit bumpy on the way down here. Glorious views, glorious views. And there's our right turn, heading Eghi. Okay, we need to be at 9,000. 4,500 feet per minute coming down on the descent now. Well, I don't know why it's doing this. Why is it doing this? That keeps making us climb. Makes no sense at all. Right, at Given we need to be at 9,000, so we're coming down rather rapidly now on the descent. Let's see where we need to be for the other bits. So at BAM2, which is very, very important, BAM2 we need to be 2,500, 1,700 feet we need to be. So I'm just going to put 1,700 feet in. We're just going to manage that descent now. There's our left turn to Given. 9.5 nautical miles inbound. We need to be at 19,000 feet now. Sorry, 9,000 feet. And I'm going to take this down to 1,700 feet now, just so we are absolutely ready for the arrival onto the RNAV 02 at Southampton. 1,700 feet set and running. I'm going to just reduce this rate of descent ever so slightly now. We're at 11,000, that's fine, so we'll bring it down at 2,000 feet per minute. Maybe 2,500 feet per minute. We'll just judge that and see how we go. Coming through 11,000, 2,500, so that's around about 4 minutes to get down to where we need to be. Isle of Wight is just off to our left hand side. I'm coming in over Hayling Island and Portsmouth on the right hand side very soon. Look at the speed as we're coming through 10,000. Now we need to reduce that to 250 now. Speed 250 knots. Still descending on the profile very nicely. Speed is slowly rolling back. 9,000 feet. Heading for 1,700. Just coming through some cloud layer now on the arrival into Southampton here. 50 minutes into the stream. Thanks for staying with us, guys and girls. I'm not into this cloud though. Why does it need to be cloud like that? It's going to ruin all of the views on the way in. Tell you what else we'll do, we'll drop that sun in the sky ever so slightly because we were looking for a lovely, lovely sunset for the arrival into Southampton. So that is what we can do. That'll do us. Makes it a little bit more interesting for the arrival. You can just see the lights. I think that's Portsmouth off to the right hand side. Coming up very shortly, yep. Could do without that layer of haze, I'm not going to lie. It's going to make it rather tricky for the approach, but you know, we'll see. It might have cleared up by the time we get to Southampton, but we're currently flying over Portsmouth, a place called Hayling Island. Check the map quickly. Yep. That's Portsmouth Harbour here. At Beg 2, we're making a right hand turn and we're basically coming directly in for the arrival. Let's just ensure very quickly, we'll just have a look off the right wing and then we need to manage our descent. Yes, there is Gunwharf Quays and Gosport, the ancient harbour of Portsmouth, where you can see Lord Nelson's ship, the HMS Victory, in the harbour. Very nice place indeed. Right, back on track. 9,000 feet, it's not descending at all. Why not? We're not going to be down in time. We are not going to be down in time. Coming down the Isle of Wight there off to our left. (3,600 feet per minute) now. I'm going to slow the aircraft to 180 knots. I'm just going to increase the ND range so we can see exactly where we need to be. And a left turn at Mivler. Coming up now then to BAM2, 7,000 feet descending for 1,700 at 3,600 feet per minute. We should be good here now, to be honest with you. Let's just check some of these views out as we skirt the south coast of the Isle of Wight. We'll get some flaps in. Flaps 1, flaps 5, flaps 10. Get that slowed down as we head over Ryde on the south coast of the Isle of Wight. Some more flaps. That'll just help us slow the aircraft down for the arrival. Double check where we are with the altitude. 3,000 feet, coming down for 1,700, absolutely perfect. And as soon as we get to BAM2, we are lining up for the runway at 02 at Southampton, so we'll get the gear down at that point. And we have to get some speed brakes in here because we're not slowing down enough. It's saying we're at 290 knots. Get another flap in there as well. Should slow us down slightly. Yeah, the speed's reducing now, that's fine. Let's get the speed down to 180 knots. 1,700 feet, we are at 1,700 feet, the assigned altitude, perfect. Let's just get rid of those speed brakes. we can't see anything coming into Southampton. Have we made the turn for BAM2 yet? No, we're still turning. Can't see a thing. It's like pea soup. Wow. Okay, this is going to be very, very tricky. Very, very tricky on the arrival. Okay, so without further ado, yeah, gear's coming down. And we'll get the flaps to full. Can't see a thing. The visibility is shocking. Shocking. You just about see the ground beneath us. This is bad visibility, and I mean bad visibility. Okay. 2.8 nautical miles. I'm going to bring it down a little bit lower than this, 1500 feet. See if we can get rid of that clag, 1300 even. Yes. Yeah, I want to come down ever so slightly. This is bad. I can't see a thing. We might have to abort this and divert somewhere, but we'll see how we go. 58 minutes into the stream, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my god, you can't see anything. Can't see anything. Let's just check it against the map because this is very disorientating. Yeah, we're on coming up absolutely bang on the money for the runway, so we need to follow this river, and just as that skirts off to our left we should have the threshold lights coming in from Southampton. Double checking that is full. Can't even see the river at the moment, the estuary. Oh, very, very subtly. Make sure the lights are on. Yeah, and the lights all on. Really gonna have to check this map regularly. This is quite hairy stuff. I'm gonna have to disconnect the autopilot here. Can't see a bloody thing. This is well dodge. Autopilot's coming out. Auto throttle disengaged. Can't see anything. Can't see anything. Oh, right over the airport, there's nothing there. 1500 feet. No, we're going to have to abort that, ladies and gents. We have to abort. I'll tell you what we will do. We'll climb out. Gears coming up. And I'm going to have to change the weather because we're not landing in that. Absolutely ridiculous. Okay, that's probably a bit better. At least we can see what we're doing. Okay, right, let's get rid of that. Very, very low. Okay, so we're going to bring it back round and attempt that landing again now that we can see what we're doing. Got no clouds whatsoever here now, and a lovely clear evening at Southampton to make our landing. We're back up to 3,000, back out towards the Isle of Wight. I'm manually hand flying the aircraft from now on. Very, very low, that was very close, very, very close indeed. Oh, look at the moon off there to the left. Very nice. Okay, so let's try again. Let's get them flaps in. Sun just dipping below the horizon there off the Ryanair wing. Okay, flaps full. The gear's coming down. There's the Isle of Wight ahead of us. The city lights of Southampton just off to our left hand side. Let's check the map. Yeah, there's the airport. That's fine. Okay. The descent is on nicely. Seriously, that in real life, that would have been a divert anyway. You couldn't even see the marker lights for the runway or anything. Absolutely ludicrous. Portsmouth off in the distance there, just the other side of the estuary, to the left of the top left of your screen. Just double check where we are. Yeah, we need to be doing a 90-degree turn there for Hotel India 02 Fox, BAM 2, any second now. Yeah, just before that estuary we'll be making a left-hand turn any minute now. Look at the moon there, wow. I have to get a screenshot of this, to be honest with you, because that is just simply beautiful. Get that moon in shot there. Beautiful screenshot, and that could be the thumbnail for the video. Cabin crew, positions for landing please, positions for landing, thank you. There is the runway, there is Southampton Airport, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just going to get some speed brakes in now. That should just help slow us down, bring us in nicely. Now that's some view, isn't it? Isn't that beautiful? We'll have another screenshot of that. Sorry, it's going to jerk and pause throughout the playback, but it is what it is. I need the screenshots. Very high. If you just swing it left, you can see Southampton Stadium there. As we
2500.
Get rid of some of this altitude. There is Southampton's football stadium. I'll have to swing back to the right now to get back on the profile, but yeah, there is Southampton's football ground. Back on track now. We'll get rid of them speed brakes. We don't need those. Make sure they've come back out. Yep, they're off. That's fine.
1000.
And our finals for Southampton now. .1,000 feet. Decision height coming up, and the decision is to land at the minute. The profile's looking good. Everything's okay. Decision is to land.
400. 300. 200. 100. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
There we are on the ground at Southampton, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much indeed for flying Jetstream TV. The current weather is 10 degrees and clear. Let's get this braking sorted, get the braking sorted. We don't want to overshoot. Get the braking sorted. That is fine. Whew. Okie dokie. Right, we'll stop on the runway. Now that was touch and go. Get rid of them flaps. Don't need them anymore. Wow. That was rather exhilarating, to say the least. Now then, where's the taxiway here? It's one of them where you've got to spin it round on the runway, isn't it? Taxi lights aren't very prominent here at Southampton, are they, considering it's dark? Terminal building is off to the right hand side, I know that, but there we go, taxiway's coming up now. Well, I tell you what, even though the landing lights are switched on, it doesn't illuminate very much at all, does it? Tell you what we'll do, we'll stick it next to that fuel truck, because this isn't clear at all where we need to be going. Stick it just in front of this building here. Parking brake set. Showcase view, as we always do. Well, there it is, ladies and gents. Welcome to Southampton. That's us on the ground. Let's have a little look around at Southampton Airport. You can't even see the runway lights. What's going on with the illumination here? Scandalous. That's the M27 motorway. The amount of times I've driven along here, and when I was making my way to Portsmouth many years ago, and as you're flying along this motorway, the M27, you'd have the aircraft for Southampton coming in right over the top of you as you were driving along. Yeah, it's not very well lit up at all, this, at all. I'll have a screenshot of that. And with that said, ladies and gents, 74 minutes into the stream now. It's been a long one. It's been exciting. Yeah, it's trials and tribulations, totally thick clag and fog on the arrival. We changed it up. We've had a beautiful sunset, a very, very nice smooth landing into Southampton. Thank you so much indeed for coming along for the ride, ladies and gents. And until the next one from us here at Jetstream TV, be safe. See you next time. Look after yourselves. Ciao.